Well, hey guys, Dave here. Welcome to the channel and happy 2022. All right, so something happened last night that was so cool that I just had to make a little bit of a video on it just to give you a little bit of encouragement for this next year and building your rig. So the purpose of this video is basically to show you or relate to you just how wild this rig has become. Now, I didn't even realize just how mental this thing is until a couple friends of mine from Spats gaming server invited me over to race Monza, the old track. Now, I never raced that track before. Surprising, but no, I haven't raced it before. I've never gone around those curves, anything like that. So I had to set up the rig basically from scratch. So I set it up on a single screen. I set it up with no motion. I did have the CSL Elite wheel, the force feedback working, but no, basically just the wheel, my V3 pedals, and a single screen. Okay, so the experience was like, meh, not all that great. I mean, really, when you're coming from full motion, it just wasn't cutting it for me. And I'm like, man, this is just really kind of sedate, really kind of boring. So, I mean, even going around the big sweeping turns, I was just like, so the next step was, okay, let's get away from the single screen. Let's put on the VR. So I put on VR and I'm like, instantly, big change. I'm excited again. This thing, I mean, everything's rocking and rolling. Feels real good. It looks great. But it's very sedate. I mean, the only thing really moving is the wheel. I mean, the force feedback of the CSL Elite wheel. And I'm like, geez, this is still like a long way off from what I usually experience. Now, I had never been on this track before with this, with the motion on. And so the third run, motion, VR, force feedback, butt kickers, the whole 9 yards. This thing is mental. This is absolutely mental. This was physical. It was tough to drive. I imagine it's similar to what the drivers actually experience. So let's get into it. I'm gonna do a side-by-side comparison and just kind of get you excited. Because man, you build this thing and it's just total game changer. It's ridiculous. Just so much venom is coming out of this thing. And it's a mental machine. It's just, I don't even know, there is no comparison between a single screen and what I got here and what you can build. There is really no comparison between VR and what you can build a VR motion rig. I mean, they just mesh so good. You'll never ever want to go back to a single screen, a triple screen, or just VR if you don't have motion. I mean, it's like a flat game. It's just flat. So I'm going to thank you guys again. Thanks for showing up on my channel the other day and everybody putting in their names in the hat for the SimTools Pro. We gave away 4 of the licenses, and those are lifetime licenses, guys. That was cool. We're gonna do another drawing at some point soon. I already talked to Dustin about it. So let's get into this video. I don't really have a good microphone. I've been trying to use some different adapters with my iPhone and that camera right there, but really the best thing that comes out of here is the audio, and I know that kind of is horrible, but it is what it is, and at least you can hear me. All right, so I'm in the basic single screen thing here. I do not have the rig on. I've got my pedals and everything working. All right, so I've got onboard settings, And I use that in VR just to, because I'm jumping in and out of a bunch of different cars. So first thing, I'm driving, but I'm not feeling anything. Like, this is kind of like a video game. I'm not feeling anything. Okay, so they dropped me into Monza in winter. I didn't know what the heck this thing. I thought there was snow on the ground. I thought I was going to be sliding, like when I used to live up north in Pennsylvania, but near New York. Okay, so it's jumping around. I can feel the force feedback on the wheel, but man, it's so flat. There is. Oh, I gotta switch the gears on this thing too, because I am maxing out. But it's like going back in time. You can have so much more. I mean, you've got a good force feedback wheel, a nice pedal setup, and maybe triples. Unless they're synced with the car, you're not getting much out of it. I mean, compared to what I see with the VR and the motion. All right, so I'm not even gonna do a full lap of this, but. And so next time we jump in the car, we'll put on the proper gears and all that. But yeah, it's just you're just not gonna feel it. So you might be able to hit the apex. I kind of can see it, but I'm not. Man, this is so flat. And I know if you're starting out and you don't have tons and tons of money to do things, but all right. So this isn't even close. It's not even close. So I know I look kind of dumb, but yeah, it is what it is. All right, so let's go from this to VR, but no motion. All right, same car, same track. I mean, look at the screen. It's so 2D. There's no depth perception. There's really nothing special about it. And I can see why, this is, people are just having issues with it. At least I have issues with it. I'm supposed to be racing these guys, and it's like, this is so boring. And it's just, I never really realized how good this rig is until last night. All right, so let's jump into VR. All right, so I'm going to switch this from single screen to Oculus Rift. And just so you know, I've got the custom shaders patch. So we're going to take a look at that. And I have 1.75 running right now. I did Sir Spats tutorial and removed my old version of Sol, put in the new one, and here we go. So let's drop into VR. If you've ever done VR before, I mean, there's depth perception. You can see around. It's actually quite immersively incredible. And I've got one of the older versions of this, the VR thing. It's Oculus Rift from back in the day. This is why I keep those onboard settings here. I need to move forward just a little bit so my body lines up a little bit better. And then I save that. Now you can put a bunch of different apps up and stuff. I mean, I don't do that, but you can. Right off the bat, this is like incredible. Definitely a lot better than the single screen by a wide margin. But right now, to me, look, this is still going way backwards. This is like, I mean, it's like a game. Even though I can see different things, I can lean forward, and the wheels are bouncing and all this crazy stuff. It is just not close to what I feel normally. in my motion rig. I don't have the butt kickers on or anything. I just have VR, and I did want to make this comparison. And, yeah, I forgot to put on a better set of gears, so yeah, I'm kind of winding high. But you know, this experience is way better than single screen. Now I'm starting to feel a little bit of force feedback for sure. I'm gripping the wheel, not super tight, but and I'm not going as fast as I should be going. But yeah, it's this is way cooler. Man, you guys will be just happy, even if you got VR. But when you get motion with VR, that is absolutely epic. Right now, you know, I'm still playing a game. I'm not fully immersed. But, yeah. It's not too bad. Not too bad at all. Now, we're not going to do it a whole lot, but because I'm just kind of mad at myself for not switching gears to the setup I've been trying to do. But yeah, I mean, this is super cool. Now, like I said before, this is the old Monza track. So you know, I've been running it a little bit lately. God, I miss the motion rig. I miss it so much. It's like it's just feels, it's immersive, but man, does it feel dead. It really does. It really does. Alright, well guys, let's get into the Parabolica, and hopefully I don't screw that one up. And then we're going to jump into VR plus motion, and just so you know that when you put your effort into doing it that way, you're going to be so thrilled with it. I mean, I can't feel the rear end sliding out or anything because it's not a motion rig. It is way cooler than a single screen, and triples are way cooler than a single screen too. But this is, you know, triples, and this is definitely a step above. Even if you have to get it. Look at this, I'm going one hand. I mean, maybe I'm not going that fast, but the wheels are going crazy. I'm doing this basically one hand in the motion rig, and that's why this feels like a game. And that's why you get a little bit faster lap time, because you don't have to deal with all these different forces that you would have to if you were going 260 kilometers an hour. Believe me, you would be hanging on for dear life. You really would. On this track is so bumpy. Alright, let's get into it. Right now. All right, guys, I have the rig on now. I'm going to go into VR, but I have, before you start up your game, you want to make sure that, you know, if you're going to play Assetto Corsa, you have the game manager here, and you select Assetto Corsa. Once again, if you need to edit your profile, you can do roll, pitch, heave, sway, and surge. Bunch of different things, but you do have to, you know, get that thing started up. Now, I'm not going to test the output. I could test the output here. My axis assignments are as follows. Yeah, so I've got surge, I've got pitch, I got roll, and I got sway. I don't have any heave because heave is like up and down, and I've got the traction loss extra number 1, and I have a little filter on it. This filter is a washout. So it kind of gets me back back to the center. So I put it at 6. I don't know. I still have to play with that one. But we don't need these anymore. We're right here. We're going to drop into VR and see what happens. I'm also going to put on the belts. So probably a good thing to put on the belts. Just because there's so much movement that goes on that, you know, if you don't have your belt on, you know, you're probably not going to feel the braking. Now dropping into VR, it feels normal. It feels like, you know, just the last time, except for my brain is expecting some movement. I'm actually going to load up my Ferrari #1 setup. Basically just different gears. And oh, already, you know, I can feel something going on. Alright guys, now this is what you're after. You didn't say nothing yet until we get to the second bank curve. Oh my god. So I'm right now, I'm holding on. Holding on pretty tight. Force feedback is fighting with me. The wheels are jumping, the chassis is jumping. Oh yeah, okay. So I can feel this thing moving around quite a bit. Oh my god, here we go. We are max speed. Whoa. You know, I don't have the roll on this rig. Oh my god, it's kicking out. This thing is crazy. So you do 10 laps of this, and man, you're tired. It is so similar to driving you know, basically a race car. I don't know what it's like to drive one of these things, but I can imagine it's just a little bit tougher than what I'm feeling here. All right, so we downshift. Oh my God! Yeah, this is what you want. This is what you want, boys. None of that flat. None of that. Just no movement. I mean, you're getting it all with this. Oh, I overcooked it there. But maybe I can save it. Yeah. Not going to get a great lap time, but I can save it. Whoa. All right. So, all I can say is, like, this is just another level entirely. You ain't gonna get this with VR. You ain't gonna get this with just, you know, triple screens or something like that. So you definitely have something cool to look forward to. Look at that. It's fantastic. All right, coming into the parabolica. All right, yeah, I kind of cooked it a little bit quick on that, but I'm not used to talking and driving at the same time. This one's always just a bit hairy. Oh, man. Guys, just keep pushing. Because you can do this. You can get it done. And, I mean, you're going to have such... I don't feel like I'm in a game at all. It feels... Oh my God. This thing, I am just hanging on it. I mean, I've been to Sebring, and that's a bumpy place. I've been through a few of the other tracks, like Laguna Seca. Oh my God, those bank curves at this speed, it's just mental. And, you know, and that was a big thing there. I didn't know how really violent
And how venomous this rig actually was until last night. Until I had to set it up with just a single screen and then just VR. I had no idea how good it had become because I was just used to it. I grew up, with it. And you're going to do the same thing too. Build yours, you're going to have, the same incremental experience that is just so cool. And, you're going to, look at that. I can feel the rear end. Oh, I can feel all that stuff. And all the little bumps and stuff. Dudes, I don't even have the butt kickers on right now. Just because I wanted to get this video shot. But, oh yeah. We're doing a little bit better. Not good. I'm supposed to race those guys, I think, tomorrow. But man, it's just gonna be a good time. So, the two guys that showed me this track, which I didn't race until late yesterday. Never been on the old 66 Monza. I was doing the GPL. I've done a few of the tracks in GPL, but I've not done this one. I didn't know what to expect, and I was just blown away. So, alright guys, I'm going to pop out of this thing and talk to you one more time. Into the parabolic. I gotta figure this one out. Because I don't have it figured out yet. I think I either overcook it and end up in the trees there, or wipe out right around here. Alright guys, let's pull into the pits and let's just get out and take a look. Oh, did I miss the pits? Yeah, I did. Alright, well, anyway, let's get up on one of these banks and look around. I'm gonna get out of the car. I've been to Daytona, and I think what they have is like an 18-degree. I'm probably wrong there, but and I did walk all the way up to it. This is very reminiscent of that. Be flying around in this little car with those skinny tires. Hey, yeah, once again, these are GPL 1500s. Baza makes them, or he did the models, or his group did the models, and they're just fantastic. It is seat of the pants driving. It just really is. Just fantastic, guys. Just fantastic. Look at that.